So this is a bit different to my normal videos that I normally post on this channel, because this one's about Invisalign, which is a dental treatment to basically straighten your teeth. It's like braces, but they're kind of invisible. Well, not really invisible, but more invisible in theory than typical braces, you know, where they have like the metal line going across your teeth and everything like that. So yeah, very short video. Again, different to what I normally make, but I thought I would just review my experience with Invisalign and just talk about how it's been going. So yeah, let's just get into it. Firstly, I apologise for the gross teeth video or pictures that will be probably overlaid across some of this video. But yeah, moving towards a better smile. So that is what keeps me going, keeps me motivated with it. Yeah, so basically Invisalign is like this sort of plastic 3D printed tray type thing that you put on your teeth. I have it in now. I'm about halfway, probably more than halfway through my treatment now, and yeah, so I think it's been about 10 weeks now. 10 weeks, and I'll try and show, before I get too much into this, I'll try and show now a before picture, and then now I will show you a picture that I took basically just before recording this video here today, so 10 weeks later. And yeah, so yeah, the treatment I got was Invisalign Go, I believe, which is like a smaller version of the main treatment, because I only really cared about the front teeth. You know, I didn't care about like, you know, I have some wisdom teeth at the back that are quite crooked, but I don't really care, because if they get to be enough of a problem, I'll just take them out, and that'll be that problem solved. So you're probably wondering, what's it really like? Well, I would say the first 2 weeks is hell. Really uncomfortable, really different, really annoying, painful, you know, all these different adjectives. And it sort of gets easier from then on. It never completely goes away. It never becomes like, it never gets to the point where you can just ignore, you know, what's going on. You're always aware of the fact that you've got something in your mouth, but it's not really, it doesn't really change your routine much after the first 2 weeks. You just have to get used to, you know, taking them out when you want to eat. So here's a few things I've noticed going through the treatment that might be useful to you. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm in lockdown, so I have lots of time to make videos, so this is what I'm making videos about. Yeah, so firstly, I have noticed a difference already. If you were to look at a picture from before, you know, when I started the treatment and now, you would see, hopefully you would see, you know, a bit of a difference there. In terms of pain, only really hurts when you change trays. So when I change trays at night, by the way, so that I have the whole evening the whole night, I should say, to let my teeth like adjust, you know, to the movements. It only really hurts the next day when I take them out to eat something. That's when I find, you know, pretty much the only pain that I have now is then, and then that lasts about a day or two, maybe less. You can notice them. People do notice them, but I mean, luckily I work from home, so I don't really interact much with people except making videos. And when I do make videos, I typically take them out because I feel like they give me a bit of a lisp, especially if I, you know, have just put the tray in. If it's like the first few days, I have them in now because I just don't care, and I want you to hear what it sounds like when I have them in and I make a video, just in case you're wondering that, you know, how do you sound when you're actually wearing them? Well, this is how I sound. Hopefully not too much different, but you can notice it. You can notice it in the way I talk. You can hear a slight difference, especially, by the way, if you compare, you know, how I talk now to my normal videos where I don't have them in, or when I didn't have them yet, whatever. You can notice them, but it's less noticeable if you just, you know, if you keep your distance from people. Obviously, if you have a partner, they will immediately notice them. But yeah, for most people, you're going to be like this distance away, you know, so you can smile. You don't really notice them unless you are looking at them specifically. I normally wear each tray for about a week or two, but it really depends on how they've moved the teeth. Like, it might take you longer, it might take you a bit less time. I know there are random products, like in America you have this vibrating thing that you put in your mouth, and it's like supposed to speed up the time that they work. I also know that the treatment time, the time you should wear each tray has changed. They used to think, Invisalign used to actually think that you needed to wear each tray for 2 weeks minimum. Now it's more like 1 week minimum. And then, you yourself, the patient, can judge when you feel like it's time to move on to the next one. So yeah, I've been doing 1 week minimum, more like a week and a half per tray, 10 days, even all the way up to 2 weeks, depending on if it's not moved the teeth yet or if more work is needed. Invisalign price. Well, the price of Invisalign is going to be anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, I believe. I think there are payment options, finance, whatever. Yeah, it's not cheap, but the way I looked at it was that if I didn't do it now, it was going to become more difficult to do the older I got, because as you age, the roots of your teeth actually harden more and more, and it becomes harder and harder to change where they are. So if you don't do it, before 30, before 40 years old, you can still do it, but it just becomes a lot more difficult, and the result you'll get it won't be as good as if you do it when you're younger. So that's another reason why it's so popular among young people, teenagers, young adults, is because that's the best time to do it, because your teeth are still moving. And that's another motivator as well, because if your teeth are already crooked, the chances are they're going to become even more crooked as you age, because the teeth will grow in that direction. So you really want to just get them back to where they should be early on. The chances are, if you're watching this, you haven't actually got the Invisalign yet. So if you're not sure about it, I definitely don't regret it, because I can already see results, and also the end result will be even more, worthwhile. So I see no downside if you can afford it, and if it makes sense, you should get it. I'm not even being paid to say that. I just, if they had an affiliate program, I would have joined it, but they don't. So, yeah, good product, interesting results. I can't really think of anything else to say about it, really. Yeah, so if you haven't got it yet, but you're going to, then good luck. And leave a comment letting me know where you were at in your journey. Like, have you already started, or maybe you just wanted, some tips or something, some advice. You wanted to hear how other people were getting on. If you're wondering why my voice is a bit weird, it's because I have just had a cold, so my throat's a bit, strained. I've also been making videos all morning, so anyway, leave a comment and see you next time.